It pains my heart for the kind of in-law that I got. The kind of man that came to marry my daughter, Osinachi. An Anambra man from Ukpo in Onyii. What I experienced in the hands of this man, I didn't know such thing existed in this life. Since he came to my house to marry Osinachi Nwachukwu. Since he married her, she hasn't known peace. I myself haven't known peace either. He took her as a slave. He doesn't take her as anything. He does to her whatever he likes. Which includes the fact that my daughter got married and it took 8 years before I saw her again after she got married. When she gave birth, the husband did not tell me that she gave birth. It was other people that called me to tell me that she had given birth. Those that knew her before she got married told me that my daughter gave birth. I called my daughter and asked her, and she told me yes, that she gave birth. I started calling the husband, and he told me I shouldn't disturb him, that he's going to do whatever he likes. And I asked him, how can you do whatever you like when my daughter is involved, that I carried in my tummy for 9 months, and you're saying you will do whatever you like? That is very, very bad. And I asked him a question because the day he came to my house, he told me that he was a pastor. And I accepted him into my home. But when he started this wicked behavior, I asked him a question saying, told me that you're a pastor. And he asked me, and so what? And I told him that what I saw on the first day is not what I'm seeing right now. And he told me that he doesn't owe me anything, that he has married my daughter. And I told him I'm going to come and stay with my daughter for Omugo. And he told me that he doesn't want to see me, that I shouldn't come for my daughter's Omugo. After saying this, I kept quiet and started calling my daughter, Osinachi, and told her that I want to come for her Omugo. And my daughter asked me what did her husband say. And I told her he said he doesn't want to see me. And she told me I should please don't worry about the Omugo. So I kept quiet. People kept telling me stories. That doesn't tell me what she passes through. It's other people that always tell me stories of what happens in her marriage. Continued maltreating her till she got pregnant for the second child. One person who lives in the same compound with us, 74 Nike Road, someone in the same age grade with her, started calling us and told us if we know whatever we want to do about Osinachi's situation, we should come and do it. And I called Osinachi. When I called her, I asked her, how is your relationship with your husband? She told me that it's not something that I should ask her, that they don't have any issues at all. Then she got pregnant again and gave birth to that child. After giving birth to that child, she now decided to call me. She told me I should please come, that hunger will kill her, that nobody is taking care of her, that she's suffering, that what Peter does to her is too much. So I looked up and down, and she called her dad and told him that Peter said that if she doesn't go alive, that she's going to go in death. So I started calling my first daughter. please come and help me. We can know how to bring Osinachi back. Because which one is if she doesn't go alive that she's going to go in death? His daughter agreed that she was going to go. So she got ready and went to Abuja. She came back with Osinachi. Her child was just 3 months old then. That is 2 years old. They stayed with us. They stayed with us for 1 year and 3 months. And then the husband came looking for her. So I told him, since you said my daughter either goes alive or in death, that she's not going to go back to your house again. You guys are not getting married again. The times that you spend together is enough. And Osinachi opened her mouth. I will say the truth. And told me, Mama, that God says whatever he has joined together, that no man should put asunder. That she will go back. I told her not to go back. Instead, it's better to marry another man. She said no, that she's not going to marry any other man, that she's already married and she did her wedding. She cannot be separated from her husband. The husband took her back to Abuja. And he started all over again to start maltreating her. I don't know where they live in Abuja. Her first pregnancy, I didn't go for Omugo. Her second one, I didn't go for Omugo either. He doesn't even like seeing me or any of my family members. Whether we are alive or dead, he doesn't even care. My first son died. He didn't even come for the burial or the condolence. So I kept quiet and was looking up to my God. And then I got sick. When I got sick, Osinachi went to Mommy Neche and started begging her and told her to please help her, that what's most important to her is to bring her mom so that she can look after her mom, that her mom is very sick and the husband says he doesn't want to see the mom. So Mommy Neche now went and started begging Peter, and Peter agreed. When I came into Peter's house, I stayed in Peter's house for just 1 month and he chased me out of his house. Amarachi, my daughter, started calling one woman, which is her twin, and told her please, if she knows a way for her to go and bring her mom, that Peter has chased them out of the house, she should please help her bring her mother. If she knows where to keep us, she should help her. But the Delta woman came and picked us up and took us to her house. That was where we stayed while I continued receiving treatment. I stayed there for 2 months and then I came back. If this is how marriage is, it's better that my daughter doesn't get married. If marriage is the type of Peter's marriage, the one that pains me most is that he said if my daughter doesn't go alive, that she's going to go in death. And today, my daughter is eventually dead. My daughter got sick in January. She was sick for a little while, but it stopped. Then in February, she got sick again, but it stopped after a while. All the tests that were conducted, nothing was found out. But it's today I'm hearing with my own ears that Peter said that my daughter has cancer. And Peter himself is saying with his mouth that they saw nothing. Even my daughter kept saying that they didn't see anything. I had a conversation with my daughter day before yesterday, which was on Wednesday. We were having the conversation. She told me, Mama, that she's about to go, that she was just having a little headache, but that she wants to go. What I saw is way bigger than me, but everything is in God's hand. The one who sees even in secret. Despite the fact that my daughter was suffering, going around the world, making money and bringing it home. Peter doesn't have any job. That doesn't pain me at all. But my daughter was working with all her heart. And still Peter would beat her. Peter would insult her. And Peter would do despicable things to her. And I told my daughter, let's go, that this man will kill you. And he said it with his mouth. And she told me that they've decided that they will get married, that the man will change. And I told her, this kind of man, I'm not sure he's going to change. So yesterday, I got Osinachi. We both talked on Wednesday. I asked her how she was doing and she said she was okay. And I told God to receive all the praise for healing my daughter. It was what I kept telling God. And I called her and told her that we are going to praise God for what He has done. And she told me that won't be a problem. And she told me, Mama, and told me that the nurse came to give her a medication, that she will call me later because that was in the afternoon. So in the evening, she didn't call me like she said, so I started calling her. She didn't answer me. The next morning, I started calling her again. She didn't answer. So I started calling Amara and asked her if she had called her twins. She said no, that she didn't call her. And I told Amara her twin told me she was going to call me, but she hasn't called me. What Peter did to my daughter, I can't explain it all. It's only God in heaven that knows the things He did to my daughter. That day she called me. Peter called me by 8 p.m. But my daughter died in the morning. The people that brought it to my knowledge that my daughter is dead was an Igbo woman that was in good terms with my daughter. She was the one that gave me the news that my daughter is dead. She told her to cook for her. The woman cooked the food. When she got to the hospital, she noticed that Osinachi was no longer in the hospital where she was. That was when she found out that Osinachi was dead. And this man called me around 8 p.m. But the day I heard that Osinachi died, I kept calling him on the phone and he refused to pick my calls. I kept calling him. He refused to pick his calls. So around that 8 p.m., he decided to call. He called me with Osinachi's number. And I asked him how they are doing. And he said they are doing okay. I asked him how the children are doing. He said they are okay. And I asked him how is Osinachi doing. He told me that Osinachi left in the afternoon. So I asked him Osinachi went where. And he said that she died. So I told him what he said. He has finally done it. God will judge this matter. Her sister went to visit her when she was sick. He refused her entering the hospital and chased her away. The brother was in Abuja. The brother went to visit her and he was chased away. My daughters kept begging him to come and visit their sister, but he refused. We kept calling him to beg him and still he refused. I told him since the children are still small, should allow her to take care of her, but still he refused. That he never told us that he cannot take care of everything. That he himself knows how to take care of his family. Truthfully, it pains my heart, but it doesn't pain me so much because God knows everything. He knows everything. He allowed the kind of person Peter is to come into her home as the in-law. I told God in everything He should receive all the glory. The 4 children of my daughter, Since those children were born, they don't know my house. They've never been brought to my home, except that time they were small. I went to forcefully bring them when they were 2. Whenever these children tell him that they want to come to my home, he will tell them that they don't have any relationship with me, that he doesn't have any relationship with us.